So, for our University Foundations 100 class for midterm, we decided to do the question of what is most important of white period stages to spend time and to be successful. And depending on your definition of successful, this could all depend. But from our research and what we have found that the stage of generalization is the one that people have found that's the most useful one to spend time in. Although the romance stage and the precision stage are also very important, many people have found that with employers, future teammates of what they do, the stage of generalization is important. As precision, knowing your field is good, but generalization helps with knowing everything around your field and everything about it.
Hi, I'm Olivia Harley. Coming to Boise State, my whole goal was to be successful, as that is most people's goals coming to college. I asked my roommate Sophie and my brother Owen what being successful meant to them, and here's what they said. Accomplishing your goals to a point where you feel satisfied and that you have a deeper understanding of what you have done, and being successful is when you have accomplished something that means something to you. As you can tell, everyone has a different point of view of what success means to them, but they have their similarities as well. Like, to accomplish something, a goal or a task, even something small that satisfies you. In this stage of generalization, students and teachers have a general knowledge of what they're learning. A quote from thechronicle.com says, "Being in a more effective teaching environment is more beneficial to students who want to be successful," which is a pretty obvious statement, so why don't we just put ourselves in those situations?
When looking at achieving success, generalization is the most important stage. I asked Martin Johnson, a senior mechanical engineer at the University of Washington, to define what success means to him. He told me, "To be happy and find a positive impact. This past year, I have found success in my achievements in the workshop. I finally feel like an expert in mechanics, and it is the happiest I've been during my engineering path, where he's finally finding that joy and success when he's becoming best at what he does." In one of the articles I found, The Making of an Expert, Eric Anderson says, "Success comes from practice that focuses on tasks beyond your current level of competence and comfort." This relates to the stage of generalization because learners are finally put in real-life scenarios where they're forced to figure out stuff on their own.
Hi, I'm Emily Pearson, and when I was deciding what I wanted to do after high school, I always just wanted one thing, and that was to be successful in life. I think success is an important thing that everyone wants to achieve in one way or another. When I was conducting my interviews, I chose to interview people that have the same degree. I interviewed my dad, who went to ISU for accounting, and my best friend, who is currently enrolled at BSU for accounting. I asked both of them the same question about success. I asked them what being successful looks and feels like to them. My dad said being successful to me means that I'm happy, providing value, challenging myself, and feeling appreciated. My friend said something similar to that. She said being successful to me means being able to support my future family and being happy. They both thought that being successful was a lot about being happy and providing support and value to the lives of people that they provide for. I think that they are both in an important stage of learning in their lives. I think that stage is a generalization stage. They both learned the information for their degree and are using it to become successful in their lives. In the article Foundations for Success, it says, "Succeed at learning and at life takes more than academic ability." That's not news, but with studies on the importance of qualities like grit grabbing headlines, there's a growing conviction that fostering the right mindsets and social, emotional skills in students will lead to better school achievement and post-secondary success. I think this article ties together of how much the generalization stage brings and how important it is to get to that stage to be successful. Thank you.
It helps you discover what you want to do. For one of my interviews, I interviewed Jason, who was a hiring manager at a pipe supply company for 10 years. The generalization stage, it is important. Why? Because, and when I interviewed him and I asked him about this, I talked about the stages, what he thought the most important was when he was interviewing candidates was generalization. And that's because the people who were generalized knew more about the field than others did, and knew how to do things that weren't just specifically about that field. Other things come into play when you're working anywhere. And so helping teach others about all those areas really helps them. Another example I thought of was when we looked at Socrates He didn't really have one specific thing that he specialized in. I mean, he was a philosopher. He specialized in being that, but also thought about a lot of other things, knew about a lot of other things, and that's why he was so renowned, was he knew about so much more than he actually let on. And he helped others by questioning them and making sure they knew.
In conclusion, after my teammates and I did our interviews and research, we believe that the generalization aspect or stage is the most important stage of learning. Thank you for watching our video.